Alan, significant developments today. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, there certainly has been further developments, Gail. I can tell you that Manchester United have submitted another bid for Bryan Mbeumo. It's the third bid, and this one is in the region of £65 million plus £5 million in add-ons. United's previous bid of £55 million plus £7.5 million in add-ons was rejected a couple of weeks ago by Brentford. Now, as it stands at the moment, there has not been a response from Brentford, but it does appear that Manchester United are certainly determined to get their man. But there are other factors in this possible move to Manchester United. The fact that Johan Visser is possibly another that could leave Brentford may well hinder the progress of this one. Newcastle look as though they may be in for Johan Visser following Liverpool's move for Hugo Ekitike. So there's lots involved, but our understanding is that Manchester United are the only club that Bryan Mbeumo wants to move to. Irrespective of the club's finishing positions in the Premier League last season, of course, Manchester United struggled for goals. They only scored 44 Premier League goals, their lowest league total since they were relegated from the top flight back in 1973-74 season. And Bryan Mbeumo certainly brings you goals. 20 Premier League goals he netted for Brentford last season. So there is a determination on Manchester United's part to get this deal concluded. And it does appear as though Bryan Mbeumo, who reported back for pre-season training this week with Brentford, is set on a move to Manchester United. And given, of course, the four Manchester United forward players that are pretty much in exile at the club, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho and Anthony, then there is a real need for Ruben Amorim to bring in extra strength up front, and it does appear as though Bryan Mbeumo is the man for Manchester United.
Man United have made an improved bid to sign Bryan Mbeumo. Is it Mbeumo or Mbeumo? What are we saying here? Because I'm hearing different takes.
Mbeumo is how I've always been taught to say it, yeah. But this has been one of the sagas of the summer, hasn't it? I think it's over 40 days ago that we first reported Manchester United were stepping up their pursuit of Brentford's main goal scorer from last season. I was told 3 weeks ago by sources at Brentford that a medical was expected to take place. The two clubs were expected to come to an agreement. Here we are 3 weeks later, and that still hasn't happened. But there does seem to be positivity now on all sides. This deal will finally be agreed. £65 million guaranteed is Manchester United's third and probably final offer. There are some add-ons in the deal as well that would take it to £70 million, but I'm told those add-ons are not easily attainable. They're dependent on team success as opposed to personal achievement. Qualifying for the Champions League, I think, would net Brentford an extra few quid. And from Mbeumo's part, he's made it clear all the way along, despite interest from Newcastle and some tentative talk about Tottenham as well, that Manchester United are the club for him. I have got a little conspiracy theory. Yeah. Now, hear me out here. It's July the 17th, and Mbeumo only returned to training with Brentford a few days ago after being given an extended summer break, if you like. So what Manchester United have done here by only making this third bid now is save themselves a couple of weeks' wages. If they'd signed him so that he came in on July the 1st, for example, they would have effectively been paying him decent money, in excess of £200,000 a week, I'm told, to not train for 2 weeks. So maybe there is a little bit of sensible negotiating that's gone on for Manchester United.
What about 70 million quid, Crookie? Value or...
United are either going to have to be a little bit creative or they're going to have to find a softened stance from Brentford to get this deal over the line. I feel like I'm a broken record. I keep saying it feels like it's close. It feels like it's close. Okay. But until it feels Manchester United lodged that third bid, we're still just waiting for those moments.
Just off the back of that, I think Brentford will wisely look at Mbeumo if he was to leave. They've got to prepare themselves that if the deal to Manchester United does materialise eventually, they're going to need to be in a position to start the season having replaced Bryan Mbeumo. And Omari Hutchinson from Ipswich Town is a player that they are very, very interested in. Now, I'm told that Brentford...
Make him a Manchester United player. We're expecting United to make an offer soon. They're optimistic of a deal to sign him. They'd love him to be there in time to be part of their pre-season squad. They head to America very shortly. Their last offer wasn't too far away in terms of the actual fee, but will the too far away in terms of structure of the third offer, if when it comes in, be acceptable for Brentford? And finally, what feels like a long drawn-out saga can come